am super excited. Today is an amazing day. And before we start the show, I have two special birthday shout-outs to two of my sisters. One of them loves Thursdays. Thursday is a vibe. I'm talking about Olayemi Ogunwole, aka Oni Pot. Today is your birthday, darling sister. Happy birthday to you. I wish you the very, very best, and I hope that all your wishes do come true. The ones that will put you in trouble, Sha.
Oni Raba, Oni Mana, Happy birthday to you.
And then to my sister, yes, my beloved sister, Damilola Adeshino, my lovely sister. I wish you the very best. Today is your special day, and I hope that you have an amazing day. And this is the beginning of great things to come in your life. Happy birthday. You know, I got my love for you. Tink, 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 tink.
Happy birthday.
Okay, so time may keep ticking, tick, 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 but some songs, man, they never get old. You know, they're the soundtrack to our memories, the ones that made us dance like no one was watching.
And of course, today we are throwing it all the way back to the hits that shaped entire eras, from the beats that rock cassette tapes to the tunes that made our Walkmans and CD players the ultimate accessories. It's all about celebrating timeless music and the artists who made it magic.
And in the spirit of good vibes and great memories, we say welcome to Throwback Thursday on your #1 launch hour show, ESplash. We've got nostalgia and full blast, feel-good moments in store, and surprises to keep your heart smiling.
Yes, that's true. So whether you're walking, relaxing, or having lunch, keep it locked by streaming the show live on www.tvcentertainment.tv. And of course, you can join the conversation also on X at TVC Connect, on Facebook at TVC Entertainment, and on Instagram at TVC Entertainment _. And of course, don't miss the behind the scenes fun on at ESplash _TVC. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Royal Highness and his planets. I'll go by the name King OJ, but you can call me OJ. That's what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah, you know my name, people. My name is Catherine. You know me as Lady Cat, her royal hotness. Queen Cat, her royal hotness. Kit Kat the present, not a chocolate, because chocolate and caramel, ooh. Kitty Kata, Catty of the Kate Cruise, baby. And I hope you came prepared, because today's show is packed with loads of excitement as we bring you the hottest updates from the world of entertainment. Anyway, welcome back to the show. This right here is still ESplash on TVC. And if you're just tuning in, you haven't missed a lot. It is now time for the entertainment news. We'll start up with this one. Bookie Wright still wants to get married after 5 failed marriages. Veteran Nollywood actress Bookie Wright has revealed that despite experiencing 5 failed marriages, she remains hopeful and open to love, marriage, and companionship if destined by God. In a recent interview with BBC Yoruba, the 58-year-old actress spoke candidly about her romantic journey, reflecting on her past relationships, personal growth, and current emotional outlook. While acknowledging the complexities and heartbreak that have come with her love life, she said she still believes in the beauty of marriage. I quote, "On the issue of marriage, I'm still very much interested, but that is if God has destined it. It is not a must. I'm not saying other women should not try to get married, because as for me, I am still interested in getting married," end of quote, she said. She also shared a personal spiritual moment during her pilgrimage to Al-Kaaba, where she prayed for renewed love and divine alignment in her life. I quote, "In fact, to show how much I am interested, when I went to Al-Kaaba, I told God, and I know He's a God that answers prayers," end of quote, he said. While she no longer places marriage as a top priority, Bookie Wright emphasized that she's emotionally open, with her heart still ready for companionship, but only at the right time and with the right person. Bookie Wright's marital history has been public and layered. She was first married to Gboyega Amu, with whom she has 2 sons. She later married Rotimi Makinde, an actor turned politician, and then had a civil union with Femi Davis, a well-known journalist. Subsequent marriages to Bolaji Sahid, a music promoter, and Adewale Onitiri, a US-based businessman, also ended in divorce. Despite the challenges, Bookie Wright said each experience taught her valuable lessons, and she remains grounded in faith and personal growth.
Yeah, to each his own.
Exactly.
If she says she's willing to still do it again, even after five
failed marriages.
Yeah, she can. Of course, she's
She has a strong heart.
Yeah. And she can't take anything. And of course, she's beautiful. Yeah,
Yes,
it's been a
she
while we saw her
is.
on our screens. And all of a sudden, I can't remember the movie. We saw her back in Nigeria.
Yep.
And of course, gracing red carpet and of course, gracing our screens again. So it's good to have her back on that side. And of
It
course,
is great.
if she wants to do it again, you don't kill anybody. If you love love, if you love love, keep doing you, man. Keep doing you,
Exactly.
Vicky Wright.
There are actually a lot of people, each to his own, like everyone would say, but there are a lot of people that no matter how many times they're scorched, if they believe in something, they'll
Yeah.
keep doing it.
Yeah.
And for her, she believes in marriage. She believes in the union of marriage. And to her, I wish her the very best and marital bliss when she finds that right person the 6th time.
The other 5 were the right people.
At that time.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, until they became left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they left.
All right. All right, on to the next entertainment story, ladies and gentlemen. Nicki Minaj drops fiery post about Megan Thee Stallion, Jay-Z, and Roc Nation CEO. Nicki Minaj has reacted to reports that Megan Thee Stallion's sexual harassment lawsuit will be moving forward. According to Independent, a U.S. judge recently denied Megan's request to dismiss a suit filed by a former cameraman, Emilio Garcia, who accused the rapper and a management team at Roc Nation of creating a hostile work environment. Garcia alleged he was trapped in a moving vehicle while the rapper engaged in sexual activity with another woman, amongst other claims. Megan had previously described the accusation as fallacious and pushed for the case to be thrown out. However, the judge ruled that there was no sufficient evidence to proceed. Reacting to the development on Instagram, Nicki Minaj took a veiled swipe, referencing Karma's law, as she wrote, and I quote, "What was the name of that law again? Karma's law. Touch not my anointed law. Vengeance is of the Lord's law. We give God the glory, and it's only just begun. Have a blessed day if you can. LOL, the blogs posting lies. Thank you. More money for me. We are working. Trust." End quote. It's not news that the two rappers have been publicly at odds since 2021 after Nicki claimed that Megan had told her to abort her son, and Nicki appeared to diss Megan on the song Sing Green that same year. The traded shots last year were Megan going at Nicki on the song Hiss and Nicki clapping back on the track Bigfoot. In related news, Nicki Minaj is escalating a public feud with Jay-Z as she has now made a claim that he owes her up to $200 million tied to her equity in Tidal. Nicki, who was one of the 15 artists gifted a 3% stake in the streaming service at its 2015 launch, said she was offered only $1 million after a share after the company was sold to Jack Dorsey Square for $302 million in 2021. We have calculated about 100 to 200 mm so far. Hashtag Jay-Z called me to settle this karmic debt. It's only collecting more interest, she wrote on X, adding that despite the financial dispute, you're still in my top 5 though, end quote. She also referenced her philanthropic goals, stating that any money recouped would help fund a hashtag Students of the Game initiative designed to cover tuition and student loans for fans. Nicki Minaj directed further criticism at Roc Nation member when she called out CEO Desiree Perez, sharing a screenshot of a video that accused Perez of abusing her own daughter, Demarie. The video alleges that Perez held her daughter against her will and physically assaulted her, claims that have not been verified. She then reignited speculation about Jay-Z's alleged paternity case involving Ramir Satterwhite, a man who has long claimed the hip-hop mogul is his biological father. Sharing a screenshot of a headline claiming a judge recently approved the continuation of Ramir's request for a paternity test, Minaj captioned the image, "Oh, this is why it was trending the other day. IDK, I hope all is well. To God be the glory." The paternity suit has not been publicly confirmed by Jay-Z. Nicki Minaj's latest online rant comes amid increasing scrutiny of Roc Nation and some of his high-profile artists and executives. As of now, neither Jay-Z, Perez, Megan Thee Stallion, nor Roc Nation have publicly responded to Nicki Minaj's claims.
So this is in 4 parts, where there's the Megan Thee Stallion part where she says Karma's law, yeah? Then there's the Jay-Z owing her $200 million or so. And then there is the Perez part of abusing her daughter, yeah? And then finally there's the Jay-Z and his supposed son, Ramir. So I'm going to start with, let me see, where do I start? Let me start from top, from Megan Thee Stallion. It's not news that they've been at loggerheads for a long time. They've had a long-standing feud, and Her now coming to say this, well, in the past, we've seen Meghan throw shots at her and everything. And now with Meghan's case still going forward, not being struck out, then it seems like it's victory to her. It's karma, like she said, because she had her struggles and she wasn't supported. And now Meghan is having hers and she's like, okay, to her personally, it's karma. Because you did me bad and then it's your time, bad has come back to you. But we don't know how that case will end. That aside, now let's focus on Tidal. She was giving shares and then the company was sold and she claims what she was giving wasn't even up to her percentage of the shares. First of all, how was it calculated? And how did she come to that figure stating that he's owing her between $100 to $200 million? That's the first question I have, because we need to understand how she was able to evaluate our shares to that amount. And if that is true, then she should have taken this court to case. This case to court. Hey, God, see my head. But yeah, she should have taken the case to court. And this should have been settled a long time ago. We know that, yes, Nicki Minaj would not stop talking about what she feels is not right, especially since the Lil Wayne issue at the what's the name, at the Super Bowl. So a lot of people feel it's since then she's been coming at Jay-Z, but now she's giving us other instances, other cases, and yes, I'm done with that. That should be solved, because if you're owing her money, then you should pay her. But I like the fact that she has the initiative where she's trying to help her fans to pay their student loans, and now she's saying that that is stifling her initiative because she wants that money to help people. And that now will bring about sentiment, because people will be like, okay, she wants to help people. You guys need to pay her so she can help other people, and that can go on. Now, talking about Perez, we talked about that on this show several times. We spoke about the fact that she said, yes, she abused her daughter. There has been no proper evidence except one video she posted and all of that. We're still waiting to see how that maps out, because nothing has been said. They've not said anything about that. But now the final one. Nicki Minaj talking about Jay-Z's supposed son. The paternity test. I'm like, okay, in a way, he looks like Jay-Z in a way. They smile almost the same way. So I have a question for you, King OJ. Why is your uncle or your supposed uncle not taking the paternity test?
Because it's the same way Cubana.
Don't. I knew you were going to do that.
There are some things when you know that it's just one person trying to cling to you for cheap fame, or probably just need your attention or clout chasing. Do not pay that person attention. One thing I like about Nicki Minaj, by the way, is she actually speaks her mind at every given opportunity.
Of course.
But Nicki Minaj, as regards Jay-Z and Rock Nation, I think you just need to rest. Rest in Jesus' name. I've said it before, just rest. Yeah, Megan Thee Stallion has affiliation with Rock Nation. You come for the CEO, come for Jay-Z. She even went as far as saying, for those of you that still call Jay-Z OV, that's
HOV. I saw that too.
That's something will come for you. I don't, Nikki.
So it's the way after everything. She said you're still in my top 5 though.
And Lil Wayne is on top of your list. We get it. Nikki, we get it. Everybody gets it that one way or the other. You're kind of like frustrated.
Yep.
The industry is kind of like against you. And one of those that we can talk about being on the top of the food chain in the American music industry is Jay-Z, Sean Carter. That's why at every given opportunity, you just come for him. Just rest. Rest.
Well, she will not rest if she feels he has something against her.
If karma comes, you know karma too can come back to you too.
Of course, it's a cycle.
Okay, since you are preaching karma now. Since you are preaching karma now.
Touch not my anointed.
Just rest.
But you know she won't rest anytime soon until she's ready to rest. You know, yeah? So just get ready for more.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are done with the entertainment news. We'll be back shortly after this time out, so keep it locked. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Social View, so get ready to release the bad vibes with great laughter as we explore some of the most outrageous moments from the world of social media, like what we just checked out.
Yep.
And let's jump right into a proper Robin Thicke, not the Robin Thicke that we know, is asking a question on X, and it says, why is there goat meat in a seafood meal? And Toby Banks says, what if the goat liked to swim? Una too dey judge, man.
It's true. So what if the goat was running away through the river?
I have a problem with this. When you say seafood okra, Why is pomo in seafood okra?
It's just really
The whole
sad.
idea of seafood doesn't mean that the
Yes.
soup should be busy with many things.
Obstacles.
It should be strictly now goat meat inside seafood. Goat meat inside seafood.
You called it seafood, not land food. Please.
Then Toby Banks, is this a good excuse?
As in, it doesn't even make sense.
What if you go like to swim?
So this thing is really annoying, especially when you order seafood okra, seafood rice, fried rice, all of that. Like, you start seeing other things. I'm like, yes, I want obstacles, but I want, lobster, prawns, shrimps.
You see,
I want all them calamari.
pomo, when be cow.
What is pomo? Why is pomo in seafood? No, you guys need to stop that.
On to the next one. This one says, any small thing, you will blame it on autocorrect. Shana, autocorrect type nose mask. Like nose.
Okay.
K-N-O-W-S.
So.
Not N-O-S-E.
I don't have a comeback for this one, but I
can
can speak from experience that autocorrect does a lot of bad.
No.
And that is why most applications have the edit. So you can always edit.
When you mess up,
when you mess up. And when autocorrect messes you up too. But this, there's no comeback for this.
Yeah, there's no comeback because
there is no comeback.
If truly is autocorrect.
Yeah, autocorrect will correct you.
If it's mask that is here.
Yes.
It will change this one
It will change it for you.
Or to just underline it there. That
so now you, no sabi.
You know sabi spend nose.
You don't know.
This one says, how broke are you? This is from it's Ama Adoma. How broke are you? And this is a picture of a tire pressing the toothpaste.
It's not yet
to
broke.
put on the toothbrush. So okay, so this is the level of brokenness.
No,
because
it's not.
I guess
it is not.
I
bet you. Should I tell you the level of brokenness?
You can no longer use your hand.
No. You take scissors or blade and you open it. That's the level of brokenness. This guy still has money.
Also, after
he still has money. Even if you use cat tire. No, you have money.
No, is the scissors before this one? Okay.
Yes,
this one,
after this one is the scissors where you open.
But taking it to tire.
This is not broke.
So that
bro, you have money.
Okay, that means
this guy has money. You still have money to fuel your car and use the tire. You get money. You never broke.
I declare to you today, watching me, this will not be your portion.
Amen. I mean, nostalgia has come to play today.
You can send in your tithes and offerings to the number scrolling on your screen. All right. On to the next one. Guess the subject. Students in the class.
Mathematics.
Oh, it has to be maths.
Let me sing the song for this. Everybody, oh, join Jagbajantis, some mathematics, Dabaru our continent.
But some people will actually, on the contrary, they'll tell you that they loved maths.
Yes, I loved maths. I even went as far as doing further maths as an art student.
Okay.
And it was interesting, trust me.
So I did start this WhatsApp group. Now we did crash for class.
So for me, I got mine from my dad. My dad knows maths. Like the other day, let me give you an example. On my birthday, you remember I said I celebrated with Sunday school children in my church. So there was this carton of children drinks. And my younger sister just came because the youths were doing car wash in church. So she came and said, can I get drinks for the other youths? And we said, okay. And she just packed it from the back of the car. And as she was going, my dad said, oh, you took 10. She said, Daddy, I didn't even count it. How many? And she counted it and it was 10.
Wow.
And I'm like, this man, how do you do this? Just by looking.
The accuracy.
So I got it. I got the brains from my dad.
Shout out to you people, because which one concerns us with mathematics? On to the next one. This one says, teaching my dog how to read. Life isn't just about backing. And you can see the dog fully dressed. And my guy that doesn't have work is teaching his dog how to.
But it's actually good to teach your dogs things, not reading, because they can't read. But the dog might learn to read. You can't say. There's this guy on, is it TikTok or somewhere, that speaks, I can't remember if it's Ijecha or what language. And his dog understands when he speaks and the dog responds. Not like the dog is speaking the language, but he responds. So it's good to teach your dogs things, actually.
But not reading.
You don't know when it will help you.
Not reading, you can just...
Might be the day that a robber will come to your house and you're speaking to the dog outside. And the dog, just bring help.
Not reading.
OJ, what do you teach your dogs?
How to eat people.
Why?
If they come inside the compound uninvited, eat them up.
Ha.
All right, yeah.
That's all you teach them.
We just had to put that out there. All right, we're done with Social View. And that's a wrap on today's episode of Social View. We'll be back shortly with our guests. Keep it locked.
Yes, people, welcome Welcome back to the show, guys. It's still ESplash on TVC, and switching things, we have joining us this afternoon the founder of the marketing firm Dots Media House, who in 2019 founded a reward-based creators platform called Trend Up Africa, owners of Trend Up Awards and Trend Up Africa magazine. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make welcome to the show, Tiwalola Olanubi. Did I get it?
Yes, you did.
Oh, welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's so good to be here.
Great to have you here.
So let's talk about Trend Up Awards, which is this Sunday, right?
Sunday, yes.
Yeah. What inspired the creation of this, and why content creation?
Yeah.
What inspired this?
Okay, great. Thanks for having me again. I'll start off from talking about the parent company quickly. So we're an advertising firm. We handle marketing for brands like Adidas, HP, Intel, Pepsi, and stuff like that. We clocked 10 years last year. And one of our, thank you so much. And one of our core services is influencer marketing in the last 10 years. Yeah. We've helped influencers build their followership, build their relevance online, granted them campaigns from brands, just supported them over the last 10 years. And one thing we noticed in 2019 was a gap, right, that needed to be filled. We saw again, based on our relationships with them, we saw the efforts that they put into their craft.
Yes.
We saw the kind of work that they do, right? And compared to musicians, footballers, movie stars, and all that, they all have platforms that support them, that recognize them, that give them funding and all that. But no one was doing that for these people. And because of that relationship that we've had and how we see it close up, we're able to create this subsidiary that is called Trend Up Africa for Dots Media, right? And since 2019, what we've done is to grow to become the platform that stands as a support system for influencers and content creators. So in 2021, we launched the awards platform that is the first ever in Africa to honor and celebrate influencers and content creators across Africa. Basically.
That is amazing. That is a great one. That is something that needs to be recognized. And moving forward, now we have Kiki as the host again. Yes, that is commendable.
Amazing.
Are there any new categories that have been introduced, or just the same categories?
So last year, which this year will be the second time, but last year was the first time we went Pan-African. So for the first 3 years, it was an award based on honoring creators in Nigeria, right? But last year, we were able to introduce for the first time a category that focuses on other African countries beyond Nigeria. So last year, we had influencers and content creators from Rwanda, Kenya, South Africa, Ghana. The winner last year was Endurance Grand, a Ghanaian. One of the biggest dancers in Africa, basically. So this year, we're looking forward to receiving influencers and content creators again from other African countries.
What makes Trend Up Award different from other award ceremonies?
I would say it's a no voting award. Okay. We are judged by 10-man jury. The process is basically we call for nominations from the general public. I think this year we had over 300,000 nominations. Wow. Right. And then we have this central working committee that basically streamlines that nomination into 6 nominees per category. And then for the eventual winner, we have this 10-man jury that is filled with brand professionals like Busola Tejumala of Multi-choice. Yes, Dotsun, Cool FM, a representative from Google that now comes together and picks the winner based on 3 criteria. Creativity, engagement, and consistency. So for us, that's one of the major difference between our award and every other award. And most importantly, it's the first award, right, that is honoring these guys, the creators and the influencers, basically. So that makes us quite unique in our own ground,
Okay, so after getting the awards, we've seen people who have won different award ceremonies and they just go on to their lives. So after receiving this award, what kind of impact have the past winners gone on to have on people and on the nation and on your brand afterwards? Okay, so
again, creators are like the biggest voices now on social media. Even musicians, movie stars use them for or collaborate with them.
True.
Yes, for everything.
True.
So they are one of the, if not the most important set of people on digital right now. I think that the most important impact is, again, the core of why we started Trend Up Africa is that support that we always give them. So I'll use a scenario, for example, in 2022, we were able to give all the winners $1,000 each. Yeah, apart from the trophy. Yes.
We'll talk after this show.
So beyond the trophy, so that because we really want to support them in their craft. We help with training. Just last week, able to train over 200 aspiring creators in collaboration with the Lagos State government.
I'm aspiring.
Right, yeah. We're able to support them with insights. We put them in front of people like Beauty Tukura, Amazing Clef, to learn what they can do towards their journey to growth, right? In 2023, we gave out a brand new car to the biggest winner of the night, Macaroni. And that's winning, or that's him winning that car and winning that award, the Force of Influence 2023, brought about his ambassadorial signing with Meccano Motors. Right, so those are some of the scenarios, right, that come out from our award, which also makes us unique from every other award.
Nice.
You touched on how you got a whole lot of nominations. How was it easy streamlining this to 100 and...
From 300,000 plus to 104.
That's stressful.
Yeah, we have a central working committee, and applause to the Trend Up Africa team. It's a tedious process.
Yes, it is.
It's a tedious process. Generally, from call to nominations to the winners, it's a tedious process. But we have that central working committee that helps us to, and again, we're in the tech tech age, so there's a very easy process that has been put in place digitally that helps us to streamline that in terms of scoring and in terms of our criteria.
So there's like a criteria. What's the criteria?
So it's judged from the nomination to the winning by 3 factors. Consistency, how consistent have you been in the last 1 year in terms of churning out your content, right? Engagement, how much are you relevant on your social media? How much are your fan base engaging your post? And creativity. Again, you can't be a creator without being creative. You can't be an influencer without being creative. So those are the 3 factors that really drive how we nominate and how we pick the winners.
Okay, so this year, a lot of people are wondering, and a lot of people have been asking on social media, what is the most exciting category to look forward to?
That will cause drama.
Because
we know for every award ceremony,
there's
always that category that will be like, this should be this one, should be this one. What's that one?
Funny enough, and I hope that you guys come this year. I brought some invites for you guys.
Definitely. Thank you very much.
I think that if you are at the Trend Up Award, you will notice that almost all our categories are this type of award. But I'll mention maybe 3. I don't think we have one in particular. As a matter of fact, just like every other award has that, we've been trying to pick that particular one. But there are just a couple of categories that are very unique. I would start with the Emerging Force, which is basically the influencer or content creator that is rated as the next big thing on social media, right? Last year was won by Pella. And it was the biggest.
We can see it
was the biggest winner last year. And most of them, once they win those awards, you just see the trajectory of their career immediately. They've done that. I think another category would be the biggest one that we count as the biggest, the Force of Influence. That has been won by Kiki, won by Mr. Macaroni, won by Yabo Joe. Yes. So that also is a major one. But this year, I think because of the competition within the Force of Comedy Skits and the Force of Virality, I think that those 2 are some categories that will really, Folagade Banks is on it, Camo State, Jay on Air. It's a tough category.
Now, what would you say to young creators watching right now and aiming to get to this level? What would you say to them?
I would say the core thing that drives us, we have a mantra at Trend Up Africa, and we think every creator should have it. It's audacity. Right, when you look at every creator, what takes you from 0 to 1 is audacity. And again, we've gotten that feedback the most from aspiring creators about how do I thrive? How do I become the next Diary of a Kitchen Lover? How do I become the next Josh Tiffany? It's audacity. So for every aspiring creator, or anyone that wants to get in that space, you just need the boldness that is necessary for this journey.
Okay, so we've spoken about categories to look out to. We've spoken about the host. Now, people who do not even know about the Trend Up Awards and are just finding out about it, what should they expect on Saturday night at the Trend Up on Sunday night at the Trend Up Awards?
Digital excellence, man. This is the 5th edition. Again, getting to this 5th, I think the other day, one of our partners, and I should talk about the partners in a bit. One of our partners was saying that in the office they were just checking out the Trend Up Awards, and they asked ChatGPT, and we're one of the top 3 awards in Africa.
Bragging rights there.
So I really think that when you come on Sunday, what you're going is the largest gathering of influencers, content creators. They are the most vibrant set of people, young, fun. When you come, that's all you're coming to see. Digital excellence, collaboration, networking. It's always a mix of brand professionals, CEOs, the influencers and content creators themselves, obviously. So I think, come have fun with these guys.
How can they get to be a part of it? Tickets, should we just come and we'll gate crash the place and we'll enter. How was it like?
Again, back to your question about what makes us unique.
Yeah.
The award is a free award.
Okay.
Yes, no ticketing, no nominees pay for anything. It's an invitation-only award.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, we are the ones giving the money. Right, at the award, to support the creators. So it's an invitation-based award. I think a couple of tickets are being given out for free online from Pepsi Nigeria, who is our long-standing partner, always been with us all through these 5 years. Sycamore, who is a fintech brand that gives loans and investments, also a major partner this year. They're giving out tickets right now on their page. I think if you could check out Sycamore and Pepsi on social media, you'll be able to get the tickets.
And of course, we are partners too. So
yes.
look out for conversations on our social media.
I think we should give out some tickets on the show.
So we're giving out tickets to you guys.
I think we should give out some tickets.
So look out for it.
Yes.
Where is this taking place and what's the time?
Federal Balmoral Hall at the Federal Palace Hotel VI. 5 p.m. red carpet, 7 p.m. main show.
Is there
Not African time?
No African time. We don't. Especially because it's the creator award. Like we know that they are a bit
busy.
Yes, like people even count them as unserious and not as. But we're always keeping to time.
All right.
We always keep to time.
All right, definitely looking for a fun-filled event on Sunday, and of course,
wait.
shout out to you guys for putting this together.
Well done.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you guys so much. Yes, it's been a fun ride. It's been an amazing show, and I hope you enjoyed the Throwback Thursday edition of ESplash. King OJ was in the building, all dressed in black, and Lady Cat, her real hotness, is signing out. See you tomorrow at 12. Bye, guys.